Hey, this is Joel Oney at J Money in the heart of the Buckeye State, and I want to personally welcome you to today's episode of the Steel Kings podcast with my good friends Jared Ledford and Eric Olson, better known as the Steel Kings. Be sure to check out jmoneyllc.com for financing solutions for your buildings. And now let's get back to the Steel Kings podcast.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jared and Eric. We are the Steel Kings. We are back for another episode. This is episode number 24. So we are getting there, checking you guys out on a Wednesday. So, Eric, we are trying to catch up here a little bit, brother. We have been behind the gun, man. It is the busy season. We are getting into the thick of things, pole barns, steel buildings, wood sheds, you name it, we do it all. But, brother, it's good to see you, man. I feel like I haven't seen you.
We're on number 24?
24.
Who was a famous baseball player with the number 24?
I think the one you're looking for might be Griffey.
But even
Jr. maybe.
But better than Griffey.
Even better than Griffey? Ooh, that's tough, man.
Willie Mays Hayes, baby.
There you go, man. You might have to
Barry Bonds, Manny Ramirez.
Yeah, there you go, bro. I'm a Griffey fan. We're Reds fans. We're Reds fans at heart.
He just came off the Reds. He finally just came off the Reds payroll last year.
Wow.
They post-dated all of his money, so now he's officially not employed at the Reds.
That was a good contract for Griffey. I think he saw more injury time than he did time on the field. Am I right?
Yeah, that hamstring.
Yep. It would never get better.
It's good to catch up.
Bro.
Feel like I haven't been on an episode in a minute, so probably lots of chat about personally and work-wise. We're making some moves.
Yeah, man. We interviewed Rodney, so I think you guys. We're recording this on the Wednesday when you guys just got Rodney's. Yeah, with State Rep Creech's interview. Love that guy. Big shout out to him on his Senate run. And we interviewed, while you were gone, I interviewed Gary Reichert from Shield Wall Media. You guys got that episode. We're going to be at the Roll Forming Show this coming October.
It's coming up.
Pull up. Yeah. So we're going to be hanging out with Gary. Yeah, it's going to be right around the corner. And I'm excited for that, man. We interviewed. I didn't interview. Shannon and I just got on and hung out. We did probably about 45 minutes. So you guys are going to be coming off that episode. And we talked about Roll Forming Show. We talked about Steel Sales Professionals Facebook page. If you guys haven't gotten on the Steel Sales Professionals page on Facebook, check it out. Again, just looking to curate content, create a little bit of a community among us that are doing this thing we like to call steel building sales. So
Amen. Nice.
see how we're coming along. So, man, it's been a good couple of weeks, man, but I've missed you. So I'm glad to have you back.
Man, I'm glad to be at work, dude. I was in Belize for that week, and then I was at Missions Boot Camp that's hosted by the church there. And I feel like when I came up for air, I was naked and afraid for work because I was where do you even begin to rack?
You sounded like it, man. By the end of it, I thought you were pretty ready to. I thought you were pretty ready to come back. To be honest,
I'm getting back, but I think the wedge of the time that it took coming off of steel building sales, which I still am going to partake in, but really moving into building this new business that we've all agreed on, which we've kind of hinted at if you're listening, Five Rivers Pole Barns, where we dish out national pole barn kits. So if you're somewhere looking for a pole barn kit and you want stamped trusses, the material, and a packing list plus instructions, we got you covered. And then turnkey in Ohio. So we're building the website, back-end system. We got a guy that wants to be in charge. He's obviously the guy. So he's kind of taking the, so man, it's nice. We're kind of at the beginning stages of that. And
yeah, it's good, man. I mean, it's always good to be working with people. So, our friend Adam, who's been with us at Dayton Barnes for, I don't know, about 3 years now, his background just spoke to pole barns, and he knows more than us. And that's always good to have somebody on your team that is all knowledgeable when it comes to permitting and things like that.
And he's not shy to tell you that he knows more than you. Without telling you he knows more than you, he just knows more than you. So you better fall in line.
It's easier to admit it. It's easier to admit it because the second that you try to have a disagreement, brother, if you're wrong, let me tell you something. You're about ready to get tuned up right upside the
fact.
And I'll tell you, man, I mean, it's a perfect example. We talk about it all the time. Finding the right people, finding the right place, being in the right spot at the right time. Adam came to us. I honestly don't even remember how I found Adam. I think Adam just showed up one day and just stopped, just didn't ever leave. I feel like he just showed up one day and was like, man, I really want to work here. And I don't know if he was
one of those, wasn't part of a hiring squad.
No,
he was kind of like solo.
He showed up like on a random day of the week just for no reason. And he like wouldn't stop showing up. He was like, I really want to work here. And at first, the ironic part is, and this is like foresight. So if you've got somebody on your team that you might not be jiving with, Eric can attest to this. I manage the team inside. So I'm here every day grinding away. You guys see me in different spots of the office, depending on where I set up my rig for the day.
Yeah,
but today we're in my new cubicle. So I've joined the sales team right here. And of course we're flying the Stars and Stripes, but I can tell you, I did not like Adam. I hired him. He was a great hire, but at first, man, it was just personalities clash. And we gave Adam a lot of opportunities, and he went and ran one of our shed lots for a short period of time. And it just wasn't the right fit for him. He's got so many skills outside of just selling things that we had to really work together to figure out a path that would work. And his patience and our patience have paid off pretty significantly, honestly, because Five Rivers has been a lot of fun, man. We're moving right along, man. Projects are going up. Projects are getting sold. Leads are coming in, which is crazy to me. I mean, we're sitting right now. I mean, I'm sure you guys are feeling the punch. If you guys are out there slinging sheds, selling metal buildings, the leads are hard to get, man. I don't, we get all these marketing
not easy.
agents. No, we have a pretty good setup, right? We have, SEO and marketing, Google and Meta and all that stuff. But I mean, if you guys are sitting back and you guys are trying to do this stuff on your own, I know you're getting bombarded with, hey, we can help you get leads. And then you call these people and they're like, yeah, it's like $4,000 a month. And I don't even remember the last one that called us. Eric was like, that we're going to give you 10 points for $4,000 a month. And then you start looking at what the points are. And like 1 point is a Facebook post. And I'm like, are you insane? Like, I'm not paying you $4,000 a month. I mean, it was more than that. And then they want a piece of the ad buy and they want all this stuff. I want to let you guys know.
They were in Philadelphia.
Okay. There you go. Check out the team. I'm going to do a cheap plug right here. Check out the team over at Shed Geek Marketing. Let Shannon help you out with your marketing. If you're working on steel buildings or wood sheds, give those guys over there a call. They'll be happy to give you a consultation, give you the truth. They're doing some pretty radical things in the woodshed space. So I know a lot of you out there are on a woodshed lot and maybe you're having a successful year. We are not. Woodsheds are not on our priority list. Are they, Eric? I mean, right now it's the least important part of our business puzzle. It's, we love the guys at SDI. You guys saw them on an episode a couple months ago. And we do anything for them, including continue to sell sheds that are expensive, right? I mean, we're in a struggle because we want to sell online, and selling online is very hard when you don't have the best price. I mean, it is almost impossible. It's hard. Isn't it, Eric? I mean, am I wrong? I'm in the grind every day.
We've sold a lot. We've sold a lot of wood sheds.
We have. I mean, a down year for us is still a good year for most shed lots. The problem is we have overhead. It's not free. It's not free to sit in this office.
We did pro tips. Pro tips don't only sell wood sheds. Yes. I'm looking at the camera. I'm talking to you, lazy bum that won't try to figure out how to sell a carport. Get a carport on your lot. Yeah, I'm coming after you because you should.
Yeah.
Because then when you get the carports, I had a guy, I am not lying, at that missions boot camp. His name is Gregory Bond. He lives in Missouri. He's an old guy, older pastor guy, super great guy. Lived a long life of just all sorts of travel and stuff. His son or his son-in-law owns a shed lot in Southern Illinois. And was trying to, and Greg had shared our link, our Facebook page with the guy. And I said, reach out. We got a podcast. I've sent the info there. Listen to us on podcast. If you want to rap about how to sell a 30 by 50 metal building, you should call me on the phone. And because the guy was receptive to it. And so also be coachable too. So if you do want to level up, that means that you've never done it before and you need some help, maybe some guidance or something. Listening to us, I know we're just a bunch of knuckleheads ripping, but we know how to sell sheds, we know how to sell metal barns, and we know how to do pole barns. We can't say our way is the only way, but we definitely can push you in the right direction.
I think what we're transitioning to is more of a sounding board, right? I mean, I want to encourage you, if you're sitting on a shed lot, I'll interview you. I'll talk about your business. I don't
yeah, it'd be fun.
We're not Eric and I are not in the business of keeping everything tight to the vest. I think you guys are picking up on that pretty quickly. Now, will we show you on this show our ads manager? No. Are we going to show you individual nuances about our business? Absolutely not. But we will tell you that selling metal buildings is only the right thing to do all the time. If you're sitting on a shed lot, you need to be selling metal buildings. I cannot stress this enough to you. As long as it doesn't affect your agreement that you might have with your manufacturer, selling metal buildings on a wood shed lot is never going to hurt you. You're just going to draw in additional eyes. Metal manufacturers across the United States are happy to set up demonstration buildings with you. We've talked about companies along the way, Reliable Metal Buildings, American Steel, Eagle Carports, these companies that have been in business for a long time and know what they're doing. They'll probably provide you a demo if you have a halfway decent lot. And I mean, what hurts about free? You know, taking that initial step, that initiative to like learn about it. I feel like we haven't stressed this enough lately. I mean, that's what our business, you know, Eric built the business on wood sheds and then really started to take the next level and gravitate to carports. When carports became a thing, when carport buildings really started to explode, like late 2019, 2020 through COVID, that's when Dayton Barnes was able to scale. I mean, I don't know, Eric, maybe you can comment on this. I mean, if you would have never sold metal buildings, we wouldn't be on this podcast.
I mean, it's true.
There's no possibility in the world, you know, and I know there's a lot of successful shed lots, and I'm not taking that away from anybody. You know, if you're successful selling sheds and you're making enough, great. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to tell you that if you do it the right way and you work with the right people, you can make significantly more income for your family, for yourself, and also give your customers another option. I mean, we've had so many customers that have bought a shed over the years that have come back and bought a metal building. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah, somebody, Parkester from Middletown bought a second one 2 weeks ago from me.
Yep.
He wasn't even in our back end system. That's how old it was.
Yep. That's crazy. So he was probably a OG Dayton Barnes customer.
order. OG.
Yeah, even before the CRM. So I mean, we've had the CRM now for 5 years.
I want to say
something like that.
I want to say 4 years. We pretty much made it a year without it, I would say. I got it in August of 2020. 2020. So about October 2019. I got it in August of the following year.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think
it's 5 years. We're coming up on 6 years of being in business. That's actually kind of
crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's reflective, right?
It's kind of crazy.
As we continue to expand. And, you know, again, we've talked about this a lot, where if you guys are ready to make a move, the time's now to do it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I've never seen Eric hesitate. Okay. And I think that's might be one of Eric's greatest traits and also one of his greatest weaknesses. But if you can make it count, it's a strength all the time. When you don't hesitate to make a move that's better for you, the business, for yourself, for your family, for your employees, whatever that is, if you're ready to do it, stop talking about it and just do it. I mean, I think I think from my personal perspective, I wouldn't be here without it. I wouldn't be on this podcast. I wouldn't be selling metal buildings. I wouldn't be doing this had Eric not seen fit to keep his head down and never really hesitate from what he's doing. And I love that about you, bro. I really do.
Oh no.
Sam, what's going on? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, Lisa. I was just trying to get a screwdriver and all this other stuff fell down. I'm ready to go buy a shed so we can have some space in this garage again.
I agree. I keep looking at the shed Mr. Jenkins bought. Let's ask him where I got his.
Howdy, neighbor. We're wondering, how do you like your shed?
I love it. It's exactly what I needed, and I couldn't have asked for a better service.
And where did you get it?
I can't remember, but let me check. Something this nice will probably have the builder's name on it somewhere. No, I'm sorry. I can't find a name anywhere.
Well, we finally got a shed.
Yes, I just hope we're happy. The thing is a lot more shoddy than I expected, and I'm sure I told them I wanted a window, but they didn't have it in the paperwork, so I couldn't argue. Boy, is this a lousy shed. We haven't even had it 2 years, have we?
Barely. It was just a bad deal all the way around. Mr. Jenkins told me the other day that he likes his shed so much he wants to get a second one, but he still can't remember where he got it.
Your product is your best advertising. At Identigrow, we provide nameplates that ensure your quality products are never forgotten. Identify your products, grow your business. For more information, visit identigrow.com.
And it's weird. I think for the first time in a long time, I'm working on something else that's not sheds or metal buildings exclusively. And so that's that's a big level up. We met with the team. We will share a picture. We'll share that picture we took at breakfast yesterday. So you kind of know, a lot of business development is relationship building. You want to know who the people are, what makes them tick, what their family's like, what do they do with their free time. Like, you just want to connect with them on any particular level because the work becomes easy. Side effect, and
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, I think, the interesting part, to give you a little deep dive behind the scenes as I'm coughing in my microphone, I've got a little bit of a scratch in my throat today, but, I'm sitting here working leads and I mean, we couldn't be busier. I mean, I don't know where you guys are at. We're getting the leads right now. Right now is the time to be really focusing in on getting your sales because August, September, October, you've got basically 90 days at this point to make a difference for your year end. Because we all know November and December, it ain't what it is in August. That's for sure. So, I mean, I don't know. I think from my perspective, the market's changed so much for steel buildings over the last year and a half that if you're not racing to the bottom, you're not competing the way you used to. And that's why the pivot for us to pole barns makes complete sense because we have control of the process. It's something for us where now we have contractors and we have partners lined up to where they're going to install the buildings. We're doing it from start to finish. And that feeling of satisfaction that comes from that project. I just sent out another invoice this morning for a second payment. So this is one where a customer paid a down deposit to get the kit ordered. We've now done second payment. This means construction begins. I don't know, man. I just had this like really good feeling in my soul. Like, man, this is where we want to be. And metal buildings now becomes a complement piece. And I think that I can't stress enough, had Eric not seen fit, I want to keep stressing this. If Eric didn't have the vision and the wherewithal to drive us to metal buildings from wood sheds. And now collaboratively, because I've come on board, he and I can drive the business to pole barns while also maintaining what we do with steel and wood sheds. It just makes our business that much bigger and better. And anyone's capable, right? I mean, I'm not anything special. I don't think Eric would say that he's anything special. I mean, we're smart, we're savvy, we're charismatic, we're all of those things. We get on a podcast, once in a while and talk to you guys. But I mean, there's nothing that's that unique about us. Find what's unique about you and make it work. You know what I mean? Everybody's got something special about them. I don't know. How do you feel about that? You look like you're getting busy too.
I've got a few years ago, the business wasn't mature enough to take on pole barns. We had a chance to do it. Tim came, we met. Right scenario, wrong time. So there's a season for everything. And I think that was a good seed plant because we went back to it when someone else validated it that wasn't even involved in that, which is our builder. And so on an example here, the best because I'm a praying guy. If you're looking for something, you'll normally get confirmation from it, like right away, whether you should do it or not. Like essentially, should you waste your time with this or not? We had 2 metal building leads that turned to pole barns because I was able to talk about both on the same phone call. And so that's like, how many times, if you're listening to this episode, how many times did somebody want a garage portable building that was $13,000? Let's say it had a side door, 2 windows, and then a roll-up door in the front. Let's just call it a 12 by 32 or something, and let's just call it $10K. Or you could sell somebody an 18 by 20 metal building with no floor for $8K, and you were able to sell one of the 2 things because you were able to give that person the thing they would not find anywhere else, which was knowledge on multiple topics. And so up the ante from a metal building to a pole barn, I was able to break down cost, delivery, time frame, footing requirements for a metal building, what the pad costs for it, any sort of details about that, permitting process, but the generics are stamped. Then the guy said, man, I really want a pole barn. It was like maybe 10 more K. I broke that down for him. Knowledge in the construction industry now is becoming a quest of mine, I would say. I was telling my wife and you yesterday at the breakfast, I don't think I suck at selling pole barns. I'm just keeping myself low on the level of that, because I just have drive that I know I'm taking every phone call, I'm taking every CRM form, I'm taking every little nook and cranny to get somebody on the phone to talk to me. That way we can start building off of it.
It's hard, bro. It's hard, bro, because here's the thing. You were a master at selling wood sheds, right? You became a master. You came from nothing, became the sensei, actually. And then you were a student of metal buildings, I mean, you were the student of metal buildings, right? And with the help of a few manufacturing partners and a couple of really good dealer reps, you became a master, and then you became a sensei. And like, bro, you were the sensei for metal buildings for the longest time. And the best part about being in that role is that you can empower people then to do work for you and do what you do. And that's where I come in. Somebody like me who, came in. I mean, I knew a little bit, right? I mean, I bought a building and all that.
You're also a customer. Yeah, you're also a customer that went through the whole thing.
Yep. I saw the vision. I saw the vision that Eric had when Eric was sitting in a shed lot in Huber Heights selling wood sheds and carports. I knew what it could be. I think I saw the vision for where we were going to be even before Eric did, because I wasn't an owner. I wasn't even part of the company. I was just a customer. And when I started to think about, dang, okay, he just made $600 and I knocked on his door. As a matter of fact, I brought him the order form. I had already done the design. I did all the work, and I called All Steel at the time. It was All Steel carports. And they're like, yeah, we've got a couple of dealers local to you. We give back. And see, that's the way it should be. If you're not working with manufacturers that send your leads back to you, don't work with them.
I agree.
I can tell you that relationship there was spun off of a good dealer manufacturer relationship. we wouldn't be on this podcast without it. There's so many things that have to happen, intertwined just perfectly for you to be exactly where you are. Think about what would have happened if you made one change in your walk, how much different things could be. And, you know, that's what I think about a lot with Eric and I, is that, you know, had I come on earlier, would we be further along? I think Eric and I have both settled into the fact that we had to learn, we had to fall off the horse a couple of times. And that means bad business partners. Not that they were bad people. They were just not the right business partners. It means that you're going to slow down. It means you're going to take a couple steps back before you can run a mile forward. And that's what I've really enjoyed this last, you know, year and a half of it just being me and Eric. I've really enjoyed that time, and things like the Steel Kings podcast come up, and things like the opportunity to sell pole barns, because Eric's right. We had an opportunity, man. And as a company, I didn't have the say or the leverage that, you know, and maybe it hurt my feelings. I think Eric, you know, Eric talked to me about that, because it did. I mean, Eric, I was salty, right? I mean, I was a pretty salty dog. I had worked to get us this relationship for pole barns and materials. And I saw the writing on the wall even a year ago, like, hey, pole barns are where it's at, but we didn't have the right partners. And, you know, I saw it, right? I mean, I've been going to trade shows. I've been talking to people in the industry. Metal buildings are always going to be a thing, right? But as I've said on this podcast, and as I try to rally the troops, this is really a rallying the troops moment. So I wish I could get some patriotic themes as I got the red, white, and blue behind me. If you're a dealer doing high volume for a manufacturer and they're selling online and competing against you, you need to pivot. We're going to pivot. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you're listening to this podcast and you expect orders from Dayton Barnes and you're selling online, you better expect to get orders from somebody else. Because I'm sick and tired of my cost per result going up, because I'm competing against people that have bigger pocketbooks than me, and we're selling the same product. We're selling the same product. We should be working together. You know, if anything, hey, you know, I'll forego another commission up. Give me $2,000 a month to market your products and stay away from my territory, because I do it better than you anyways. I've got a team of reps in here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to hire somebody to do what I do? Good luck with that. You're not going to hire me, and you're darn sure not going to hire anybody that has my skill set in this industry right now. And, you know, hopefully Shannon doesn't mute me, because I know he's got the ultimate mute button, but it's not calling out anybody particular. It's really just a call to action for all you guys out there who are selling carports and metal buildings. If you see an advertisement from your manufacturer, do something about it. Call them and tell them, hey, why are you selling inside? Those are my leads. I would never have been with Dayton Barnes and All Steel Buildings as a customer or as an employee or as an owner if the dealer manufacturer relationship hadn't been what it was. They said, oh, we don't sell directly to customers. We sell through a dealer network. We've got a couple guys nearby. Closest one to use, right? It was at the corner of Olive Road and Free Pike in Trotwood, Ohio, right there. And there was a shed lot there for years. They sold Prairie Built barns. They sold Prairie Built barns and all steel carports. And man, was that guy ever nice. And the only thing that kept me from buying from him was he didn't have a metal building demo. And he said, man, I know a guy who's got one. He's in Huber Heights, and you should go up there and check it out. But make sure.
What was that guy's name?
I think his name was Daryl.
He lived in.
I think his name.
Fort Wayne? Did he live in Fort Wayne?
No, that was the owner. He had a guy there. He had a guy
from Trotwood.
an older black guy that I had seen a lot in town. And I didn't say that in any sort of way. If Daryl's listening, I think his name was Daryl. I grew up in Trotwood, so I grew up literally less than a mile from that shed lot. I can remember riding my bike through sheds, and I think they sold even something else before Prairie Built. They had been there a million and 1 years. Matter of fact, the ironic part about it is Eric and I looked at that lot when they finally closed it down. I think they did a large number of rent to own out of that spot. I remember them being a heavy.
I worked there for like 3 months when my brother-in-law owned it.
Yep.
And it was a 10 barn sale a month type of deal.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't big enough, and you're right, everything
Yeah.
was rented out in there.
Yeah, it was RTO.
I don't know what's
RTO.
going on at that. I think it's a car lot now, isn't it a car lot?
No, it's empty, bro. It's
still
empty right now. So I mean, if you're looking for a shed lot, I mean, Trotwood's not the nicest. Trotwood's not the nicest place in the world, but I grew up there. I love Trotwood. Matter of fact, what's ironic is the whole strip there, the main drag where I used to live. Man, they got like a brand new library. They got a courthouse there, Eric. They got all kinds of. You know,
I'm trying to think of what intersection it is.
It's at Olive Road and
Free Pike.
Yeah. So if you go down Olive Road, it becomes.
I know what you mean now.
It becomes Olive Road goes out to 35, Old 35, and then Free Pike turns into North Main Street through Trotwood. But like where the Food Town was, all that stuff's, the Food Town I think is still there, but it's empty. But they've got like a Grismer tire. They've got all kinds of stuff. And it'd be a hopping little spot, but Eric's right. The spot's too small. It doesn't have good in and out. And I think that's one of the things we're figuring out about our shed lots is you can have the best spot in the world, but if you can't pull in there, what good is it? It's hard. It's hard to sell sheds when you can't get customers on the lot, parked, and ready to go.
Introducing Shed Hub, your ultimate shed marketplace. Are you in the shed business and looking to connect with more buyers? Look no farther than Shed Hub. Shed Hub is a game-changing, two-sided marketplace that brings shed sellers and buyers together in one easy-to-use platform. Think of it as the Amazon of sheds. Shed Hub isn't just any ordinary marketplace. It's a powerhouse that ranks on the first page of Google's search results in 91% of U.S. cities. With over 1.2 million impressions on our website last month alone, Shed Hub is where you want to be to showcase your sheds to a wider audience. And here's the best part. For a limited time, you can join our exclusive Next 500 plan for just $39 per month. Simply head over to geek.shedhub.com to sign up and start attracting more shoppers to your shed listings. As the Shed Geek, I am here to endorse Shed Hub and invite you to join me on this journey to boost your shed business. Whether you're struggling with website visibility or simply want more eyes on your product, Shed Hub has got you covered. Don't miss out on this opportunity to supercharge your shed sales. Visit geek.shedhub.com today and make your mark in the shed industry with Shed Hub.
I feel like we're jumping around, bro.
I mean, we're just ripping.
We're hitting it today, and I mean, we're both. And I think the reason why we're doing that is because it's been so long since we've talked to each other. See, that's the thing. When we say Eric's in Belize, I mean he's in Belize. Like we're not talking like, oh, well, he's in Belize, and that's quote for he's not available for a podcast. It means he's in Belize for 2 weeks doing mission work, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out when I'm going to talk to my best friend again because he's been missing.
Hey, I slid an order over.
Bro, Eric worked. I got to be honest with you. Eric found some really good Wi-Fi.
Hey,
Eric found
the hotel had good coffee. It had great coffee and good Wi-Fi.
You have better Wi-Fi than Jeff. Our friend Jeff's in the Philippines right now, and that brother can't find a cell signal or a Wi-Fi signal. I don't know, man. Eric,
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Jeff, are you watching the podcast? If so, find some Wi-Fi. Yeah. For goodness sakes, find some Wi-Fi. I don't know, man. We've had an interesting few weeks. I think, I think it's funny now because like I see the Dayton Barnes logo on my shirt. I see the Five Rivers logo on your shirt. And there's just something like, fun. There's something fun about that. You know what I mean? Like we're sitting here. I mean, we're in this, we're in this
closing deals, man. I'm working on a deal. I'll share it with our editor at Shed Geek so you guys can see kind of where my eyes have been darting to. I've been looking at. I got a guy who honestly went through. We got a new supplier metal. I'm not going to say their name, but a different connection or whatever. Man, and I don't know if you want to say their name, but man, they've got banging pricing. They've got a lot of different options that no one else has.
reach
think
out,
about it.
reach out to us. I think for now we're gonna keep that one close
Keep
to
that
the
one on
vest.
my-
But if you really want a good metal supplier, hit up Jared at the Steel Kings, Eric at the Steel Kings.
We've got a couple goodies.
We'll send you some goodies. I think what we want to do is, we don't want to give anybody any reason to hate on us, including current manufacturers, because we're the guys who work with everybody. We try to be even, Steven. I will tell you the one that is really helping us out right now is Reliable Metal Buildings.
Reliable Metal.
If you are in Texas or
Mike
Ohio,
is the guy.
I can tell you right now, if you need supplies, if you happen to be an installer, hit up the guys at Heartland Building Supply. Really good guys. Mike and his team there do a fantastic job. And I'm not talking about just throwing them up and quick and easy. I'm talking big projects. We've got a couple biggies coming up that I cannot wait to share with you guys. One of which is going to go on a college campus, a major university campus, to cover some football equipment. Going into football season, and this is a major school. We're not talking, I don't even know anything about football.
It's
Division
the
two
school.
Yeah, it's the school. So
The
I can tell you,
school.
it's going to be really cool. We're going to take pictures, and we'll share those with you guys. I can tell you, man, I need to do a little bit of housekeeping. We can tell you right now, the episode, as always, is sponsored by our friends over at J Money. Give Joel the opportunity to work with you. If you are sitting on a woodshed lot and you don't have any way to offer to your customers other than rent to own, you are living 10 years ago. Rent to own is still a good product. If you're working with an RTO company that you like, stay right in your lane, offer RTO. But for those customers who are qualified, financing is the way to go. You can get your money up front, give it to your manufacturers, make sure all is copacetic. Contact the team at J Money. They are happy to help you out and get you some financing for your customers so that payments don't become an issue. Bro, they will. I mean, I can tell you, dude, I just talked to Joel the other day, and I can tell you this. Joel cares about all of his clients to the max. And I was going to say cares about them more than they should. But to be honest with you, that's at his discretion. And I can tell you, he cares about them more than I think I could. Not that I would. He gives his time, he gives his effort, he gives his skin to make sure that deals go through, that things get done. I cannot give him enough thanks right now on this call or on this podcast, because I can tell you, we wouldn't be doing it without him. Eric and I don't make really any money off this podcast, for the time invested, for the just the bandwidth of the StreamYard. So we use StreamYard. We're happy with that. The equipment. Shannon's been more than grace, just applying tons of grace to our schedule. I know that getting you guys content is where it, really where it's at. I'm going to see if Shannon will do something for me that will help us generate content for you. I want to do like a survey, some sort of response. What do you guys want to hear from the Steel Kings? Do you guys like when we get on and riff? We love getting on and riffing. We get you guys tons of content of me and Eric going back and forth. We can do builds together. We can work leads together, whatever you want. You want to see more interviews? Do you want to see more solo stuff? Do you want us to bring Shannon in for spots? I think if you guys haven't listened to the episode with Shannon, check out last week's episode. I think Shannon and I got into some good stuff. We followed up on Rodney. We followed up on Roll Forming Show. I do want to talk about Eric real quick before we were just running out of time today. Let me pull up the Roll Forming Show. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in here. I think it's that important to what we're talking about here. Let me.
I believe we'll be live there.
We are going to try to do our first live Steel Kings podcast at the Construction Roll Forming Show, October 1 and 2, Dayton Convention Center. Man, this is like 15 minutes from my house. I cannot wait to be in our backyard talking about our new business, talking about our podcast. The guys over at Shield Wall Media, let me just give them a shout. Gary has been more than apt at getting us what we need. If you guys are interested in becoming an exhibitor or going to the show as a patron, check out Roll Forming Magazine and check out Construction Roll Forming Show. Man, I can't wait. October 1 and 2, we're going to be there. We're going to shake and howdy with everybody. It looks like a great time, Eric, bro. This is the first time I'm going to go to this one, so I'm pretty excited, man. What about you?
Yeah, just listening or looking at who's going to be there. Really looking forward to.
Yeah.
I know it's right in our backyard off Poe Road, but the North American Trade Association for pole barns should be there. I'm excited to meet with them. I met them down in Knoxville. I believe Graber, our friends from Graber, will be there. Gary, obviously, I haven't shook his hand before, so looking forward to meeting him. And really, honestly, Gary, anybody we know for certain, there will be people there that we know that are going to put 2 and 2 together and be like,
yeah, our friends over at VersaBend will be there.
VersaBend will be there.
Yeah, Wendell and his team will be there. I think Shannon and his lovely wife are going to grace us with their presence. So it'll be the Shed Geek with the Steel Kings. I can tell you this, Randy Chafee, who does a podcast, friend of the show, trying to get connected with him. He actually came and visited us here in Urbana. I guess it's been about a month ago. I think I'm going to do his podcast coming up. We'll get him on an episode of the Steel Kings. But I'll tell you, man, informational seminars, lots of good information. Again, Gary was on the show, and the way he described it was, these are shows where you do business. These are not shows where people are chit-chatting. This is shows where if you need something, you can find it, and we are happy to be part of it. The Construction Roll Forming Show, October 1 and 2, Dayton, Ohio Convention Center. Yeah. Brother, I think we're good for today, man. We
will be there as the Steel Kings. So
that is correct. That is correct. So if you want to know more information about anything that we do, check us out. Jeff has I think we can actually do this for the first time too while we're in a screen sharing kind of mood real quickly on the way out. I think we can share this for the very first time on the Steel Kings podcast. Yes, sir. Yeah.
What is it?
It is live and ready to go.
What is it?
Let me pull it out here. Shannon, give me a drum roll on the edit here. So if you want to contact the Steel Kings, check out thesteelkings.com. We've got listings to the episodes. You can check us out online. Drop us a message here. This is my cell phone number, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. Send me a text message. Yeah, check it out. Send me a text message. Eric at the Steel Kings, Jared at the Steel Kings. Learn a little bit more about us and what we do. We are really striving to become good contacts in the industries that we touch. We don't know everything. We don't know everybody. We'd love to know more people. We'd love to shake and howdy with you. If you're a pole barn dealer, metal building dealer, shed dealer, whatever. If you want to see something, if you want us to talk about something, if you want our opinion, if you feel like we have a value to you, let us know, man. That feedback really does well for us. Give a like to Shannon. Give a like and a follow over to Shed Geek on YouTube. We're really positioning ourselves to be that brand for Shannon where we can get people on the podcast to really create video content. I think that's where we want to be. We like that lane. We love our plane community friends, and we are happy that Shannon's got us set up with his platform with all of our plane communities. So if you're on a dial-in, don't fret. You're not missing out on much. You guys probably get the newsletter from Shannon, but I'm going to see if Shannon will hook us up with a survey on the newsletter to where everybody might be able to say, hey, I'd like to see this on the podcast, or I'd like to see that, or, hey, I really like when you interview people, or I really like when you talk about business. I like when you do leads, whatever it is. The main thing is, man, we want to keep doing this. We want to keep having a good time with you guys, and we want to be good stewards of the industries. And
who is behind you
right now? That is, yeah. So I guess I can look at you go, Eric. Look at you go. What can I say, man? That
silhouette looked familiar.
That's an eye. That's an eye like I've never seen, brother.
That is the funniest thing ever.
I can tell you. I'm going to finish up this episode. We're going to finish up this episode. I can tell you, get out in your communities and do something special for somebody.
Hey, and connect with us. If you're coming from out of town in October, like tell us ahead of time. If you want to grab dinner, it's on Jared and I. Like if you want to meet for lunch, before, after, during, we want to take meetings. We want to interview you and put your business on the map on our
That's
platform.
Right.
So just
That's
wanted
right.
to throw that out there. We're willing to go the distance.
That's right. Check us out, thesteelkings.com. I am Jared. He is Eric. As always, we are the Steel Kings. I want to leave you with get out in your community and do something. For goodness sakes. All right. I love you guys, and we will talk to you soon next week with another episode of the Steel Kings podcast. Check out the folks over at J Money. Check out VersaBin. Check out Shannon's show on Wednesday. Check out the guys over at Shed Geek Marketing. Have a great week, fellas and ladies. And we will talk to you soon. Go Reds. Peace out, fellas.
They're on a heater.
That's right. Later on, guys.
On a heater.
Before you go, the J Money team wants to thank you for listening to today's Steel Kings podcast. Remember, money is king, and if you need a financing option on your portable wood sheds or steel buildings, we are here to help. Just check us out at jmoneyllc.com for more information. And don't forget to catch the next episode of the Steel Kings podcast and have a great day.